Imagine your mind as a beam of light. Scattered in all directions, it illuminates little. But when that light is concentrated into a single point, it becomes a laser, powerful enough to cut through steel. Your focus works the same way. When it's scattered by endless distractions, it loses power. But when you harness it, align it, and direct it with intention, it unlocks the quantum potential of your mind. We live in a world designed to fragment our attention. Notifications, social media, endless scrolling. They steal seconds, minutes, hours, even years. Every distraction is like a tiny leak in your energy field, draining your ability to create, to grow, and to step into the highest version of yourself. If you want to master self-growth, if you want to expand beyond who you were yesterday, you must reclaim the energy that distractions consume. Focus is more than concentration. It is alignment. It is coherence. It is the ability to bring your thoughts, emotions, and energy into a single direction. When you focus, you are not just managing time. You are collapsing possibilities into reality. The quantum field responds to attention. Whatever you give your energy to expands. When you feed distractions, they multiply. When you feed growth, discipline, vision, they grow stronger, more magnetic, more inevitable. Ask yourself, where is my energy going? Do I give it away to every impulse, every passing thought, every meaningless scroll? Or do I reserve it for what matters? My purpose, my evolution, my highest self. The truth is, every distraction you eliminate is not a loss, it is a liberation. You are not missing out on the world. You are reclaiming your world. When you eliminate distractions, you step into the present moment with clarity. And in the present moment, the quantum field opens. You are no longer repeating the past or projecting fear into the future. You are creating from now. This is where breakthroughs happen. This is where transformation begins. Focus pulls your scattered energy back into coherence, and coherence creates power. So today, decide to unplug from the noise. Decide to guard your energy as if it were the most precious currency in the universe, because it is. Withdraw it from distractions and invest it in growth. Withdraw it from chaos and invest it in clarity. Withdraw it from what doesn't matter and invest it in the vision of who you choose to become. The quantum power of focus is not just about doing more, it's about becoming more. Eliminate distractions and watch as your life begins to align with your deepest intentions. Because when your energy is no longer fractured, when your attention is no longer stolen, you discover what you were always capable of, creating a reality that reflects the highest expression of your being. Focus is not just concentration. It is not merely the ability to pay attention to something for a few moments. Focus is energy, quantum energy, and this is where self-growth begins. You see, the universe responds to one thing: energy. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every belief you hold vibrates at a certain frequency. And wherever you direct your focus, you send energy into that frequency. It is like a cosmic instruction, telling the field of infinite possibilities, this is what I want more of. Most people don't realize this. They move through life scattering their attention like fragments of broken glass. One moment they are on their phone, another moment lost in worry, the next distracted by something outside of them. Each thought, each distraction is like a leak in their energy. And when energy is scattered, power is lost. But when you harness focus, something extraordinary happens. Imagine a magnifying glass placed under the sun. Light is everywhere, but when concentrated into one point, that light becomes powerful enough to start a fire. Your mind works exactly the same way. Scattered attention has no strength, but concentrated focus becomes creative power. This is why focus is not just a mental activity. It is a spiritual practice. It is the art of aligning thought and emotion into one clear intention. And in that state of alignment, your energy becomes coherent. And when energy is coherent, the universe responds in kind. This is quantum energy at work. Think about it. Every breakthrough in your life came when you chose to focus on something greater than your distractions. Maybe you focused on learning a new skill, maybe on healing yourself, maybe on building a vision that seemed impossible. The moment you aligned your thoughts and refused to let distractions steal your attention, you began to see results. Because the universe does not respond to scattered desire, it responds to focused intention. Focus is also discipline. It is the ability to say no to the trivial, so you can say yes to the meaningful. Every time you choose focus over distraction, you reclaim your power. You tell your subconscious mind, I am the master of my attention. I am the creator of my reality. But here's the deeper truth. Focus is energy, and energy is life. Whatever you focus on, you give life to. Focus on problems, and they grow. Focus on possibilities, and they expand. Focus on fear, and it becomes your prison. Focus on vision, and it becomes your future. This is why self-growth and personal development demand focus. Without it, you will always be pulled into the noise of the world. What other people are doing, what society expects, what distractions call out for your time. But with focus, you step out of the noise and into creation. You step out of reaction and into intention. You stop being a victim of your environment and start becoming a creator of your reality. And focus is not something you wait for. It is something you practice. You train your mind to return to the present moment again and again. You strengthen your ability to hold a thought, a vision, an intention until it becomes more real than your distractions. In this practice, you are literally rewiring your brain, teaching it coherence, teaching it clarity. Think of your life right now. Where have you been giving away your energy unconsciously? How many hours lost in scrolling, in comparison, in worry? How many times have you said you want change, but your focus was pulled into what keeps you the same? This is the moment to decide no more. Because when you reclaim your focus, you reclaim your energy. And when you reclaim your energy, you reclaim your future. That is the quantum power of focus. It does not just help you pay attention. It collapses potential into reality. It pulls what you imagine from the invisible into the visible. It takes a dream and turns it into something you can live, breathe, and touch. So today, make a new commitment. Choose one area of your life that matters deeply to you. Direct your focus there, not just with thought, but with feeling, with energy, with presence. Every time distractions come, return to that focus. Every time doubt whispers, return to that focus. Every time fear tries to steal your vision, return to that focus. Because focus is not just about what you do, it is about who you become. The more you practice focus, the more you become someone who creates instead of reacts, someone who builds instead of consumes, someone who lives with clarity instead of chaos. Focus is your superpower. It is the way you tell the quantum field, this is my intention. This is my vision. This is my future. And the universe, without fail, aligns with that signal. Remember, where your attention goes, where your energy flows, your reality grows. So guard your focus. Protect it. Direct it, and use it to design a life that reflects the highest version of you. Because the moment you master focus, you master creation. And that is the true quantum power of your mind. We often think distractions are harmless. Just a few minutes on the phone, a quick glance at notifications, a short scroll on social media. But what most people don't realize is that distractions are not just stealing time, they are stealing energy. And energy is life. Every time you shift your focus from one thing to another, you are leaking energy. Every time you allow your attention to be pulled by something meaningless, you are giving away a piece of your creative power. And when enough of those pieces are gone, you no longer have the strength, the clarity, or the vision to build the life you want. That's why distractions are not small. They are thieves. They rob you of the most valuable currency you possess, your attention. Think about it. The greatest athletes, creators, innovators, and leaders are not superhuman. They are ordinary people with extraordinary focus. They understand that every distraction carries a cost. They know that their mind is the most valuable asset they have, and they guard it fiercely. Because the truth is simple, what you focus on expands. If distractions are where your energy goes, distractions will be what multiplies in your life. Science shows us that the brain consumes enormous energy just by shifting focus. When you constantly allow your mind to be hijacked, you are draining your brain's ability to function at its highest potential. This is why so many people feel tired, unmotivated, and uninspired, not because they lack talent or intelligence, but because their energy has been fractured by distraction. And let's be clear, distractions are not only external, they are internal too. Worry is a distraction. Doubt is a distraction. Living in the memory of the past or the fear of the future is a distraction. Each of these pulls you away from the present moment, away from the field of possibility, away from the creative power that exists only in the now. If you want growth, if you want transformation, if you want to live beyond the limitations of yesterday, then you must declare war on distractions. You must recognize them for what they are, energy thieves that keep you small, stuck, and stagnant. But here is the empowering truth. The moment you eliminate distractions, you reclaim power. Every time you resist the urge to scroll, you are not just saving time, you are strengthening your mind. Every time you ignore the noise of the world and return to your vision, you are training your brain to hold coherence. Every time you say no to distraction, you are saying yes to your future. Ask yourself how many dreams have been delayed because of distractions. How many books unwritten, ideas unexplored, skills unlearned, opportunities missed, all because attention was scattered instead of focused. When you really reflect on this, you will see that distractions are not harmless. They are the silent killers of potential. But here is where self-growth begins awareness. The moment you become aware of your distractions, you have a choice. You can either keep leaking energy or you can reclaim it. And when you reclaim it, you feel the difference immediately. Your mind, emotions become calmer. Your vision becomes clearer. And your actions become more aligned with who you truly want to be. Eliminating distractions does not mean you stop living. It means you start living intentionally. It means you no longer hand over your attention to whatever shouts the loudest. Instead, you choose where your energy flows. You choose to feed clarity, not chaos. You choose to feed discipline, not delay. You choose to feed growth, not stagnation. And here's the miracle. When you consistently withdraw energy from distractions, they lose their hold on you. Just like a fire without fuel burns out, distractions fade when you no longer feed them. Your brain rewires itself. Your focus strengthens, your creativity flourishes, and suddenly you have more energy than ever before, energy to build, to create, to manifest, to transform. Remember, distractions are not neutral. They are either stealing your future or strengthening your discipline, depending on how you respond. Every moment of distraction is a choice. Do I leak my energy or do I direct it? Do I remain a victim of noise or do I become a creator of clarity? The great truth is this: you cannot rise to your highest self if your energy is constantly stolen by distractions. Greatness requires presence, growth requires focus, transformation requires intention, and none of these can exist if your attention is fragmented. So today, make a decision. Guard your focus like your life depends on it, because it does. Switch off the noise, silence the unnecessary. Let go of the habits that steal your energy. When you do this, you will discover a level of clarity, discipline, and creativity that has been waiting for you all along. Distractions may look small, but they carry an enormous cost. Don't let them rob you anymore. Your future, your vision, your highest self deserves your full energy. And the moment you reclaim it, you will realize that nothing outside of you has more power than the focus within you. Because in the end, distractions are thieves, but only if you let them in. And when you close the door, you don't just eliminate noise, you awaken the true power that has always been within you. Think of your mind as an orchestra. Each instrument plays its own sound, but when they are out of sync, what do you hear? Noise, chaos, confusion. But when those same instruments align under one rhythm, one melody, one direction, they create music that moves the soul. Your life works the same way. When your thoughts are pulling one way, your emotions another, and your actions yet another, you create noise inside of you. You feel stuck, stressed, unfocused. But when your thoughts, emotions, and energy align in coherence, you create power, an unstoppable force that can shape your reality. Coherence is the state of alignment. It is the moment when your inner world stops fighting against itself and starts moving in one unified direction. When your mind says, yes, your heart feels yes, and your body acts yes, you become magnetic, your energy becomes powerful. The world around you begins to shift, not by chance, but by the force of your coherence. Most people live in incoherence. They say they want success, but their emotions are filled with doubt. They speak of growth, but their actions are chained by habits of comfort. They dream of transformation, but their focus is scattered by distractions. This inner misalignment creates resistance. It drains energy. It keeps people repeating the same cycles again and again, never breaking free. But coherence changes everything. The moment you bring your inner world into alignment, you stop leaking energy and start building momentum. You stop scattering your focus and start channeling it. You stop reacting to life and start creating life. And this is not philosophy. It is physics. Energy in coherence grows stronger, just like waves in harmony amplify each other. When your inner self is coherent, your power multiplies. Imagine for a moment holding a clear vision of your future. You don't just think it, you feel it. You don't just hope for it, you embody it. Every thought, every emotion, every action supports that vision. That alignment, thought, feeling, action in harmony, creates a signal so strong it begins to reorganize your life. The right opportunities appear. The right people enter. The right choices reveal themselves, not by accident, but because coherence attracts coherence. This is the hidden power of personal development. Growth is not about doing more. It is about aligning more. You don't need to fight harder. You need to become clearer. You don't need to force change. You need to align with change. When you live in coherence, you tap into the creative intelligence of the universe. And that intelligence responds not to scattered wishes, but to focused, coherent energy. Think about electricity. A single wire with scattered energy produces little impact. But when electricity is channeled in a coherent circuit, it lights up cities. Your energy is no different. Scattered energy leaves you exhausted, overwhelmed, and unfulfilled. Coherent energy makes you powerful, creative, and unstoppable. So ask yourself, where in your life are you living incoherently? Do your daily actions align with your highest vision? Do your emotions support your goals, or do they sabotage them? Do your thoughts reflect the person you want to become, or the person you are trying to leave behind? Self-awareness is the first step to coherence. You must become conscious of the gaps within you. Once you see them, you can begin to close them. Maybe you need to align your habits with your goals. Maybe you need to align your beliefs with your dreams. Maybe you need to align your emotions with your vision of the future instead of the memory of the past. Each step you take toward alignment strengthens your coherence. And here is the beautiful truth. Coherence is not about perfection. It is about practice. Every day you choose alignment, you become stronger. Every time you bring your focus back to your vision, you build coherence. Every time you regulate your emotions and return to calm clarity, you amplify coherence. Over time, this practice rewires your brain, reconditions your body, and transforms your energy. Coherence also creates resilience. Life will challenge you. Distractions will come. Setbacks will test you. But when you are coherent inside, you are unshakable outside. Challenges no longer break you, they refine you. Obstacles no longer stop you, they shape you. Because your energy is not scattered. It is aligned, clear, and powerful. And coherence has another gift: it magnetizes others. People feel it. They are drawn to your clarity, your presence, your energy. They trust your direction, not because of what you say, but because of what you radiate. Coherence doesn't just change your life, it elevates everyone around you. So today, choose coherence. Bring your thoughts, emotions, and actions into alignment with your highest vision. Guard your focus. Direct your energy. Live in a way where every part of you is saying yes to your future. Because the moment you step into coherence, you step into power. And that power is not small, it is quantum. It is the power that collapses possibilities into reality. It is the power that transforms dreams into experiences. It is the power that turns potential into destiny. Remember, incoherence is chaos, coherence is creation. When you are scattered, you leak energy. When you are aligned, you amplify energy. And amplified energy creates transformation. So align, focus, feel, act, step into coherence. Because when coherence is your state of being, power is not something you chase. It is something you are. There is only one place where true transformation happens. It is not in the memory of your past. It is not in the projection of your future. It is right here, right now. In the present moment, presence is the gateway to creation. Presence is the state in which you access the deepest intelligence of your mind, body, and spirit. Presence is where you break free from limitations and step into possibilities. Without presence, you remain trapped in repetition. With presence, you unlock creation. Think about how most people live their lives. Their minds are constantly running, replaying the same stories, revisiting the same wounds, worrying about the same fears, planning for a future that never arrives. Their body follows their mind, reacting as if the past is still happening or the future is already here. They are everywhere, except in the now. And because they are not present, they are not creating, they are simply repeating. The present moment is powerful because it is the only place where energy exists. The past is memory, the future is imagination, but the present is life itself. When you are fully present, your energy is no longer fragmented by regrets of yesterday or anxieties of tomorrow. It is gathered, concentrated, alive. And that energy, focused in the now, is what gives birth to creation. Presence is also the end of distraction. When you are present, the noise of the world loses its grip on you. The urge to check, compare, scroll, or worry begins to fade. Why? Because you are no longer pulled by what is outside. You are grounded in what is inside. In presence, you reclaim your awareness, and with awareness, you reclaim your power. Think about it this way: the present moment is like fertile soil. If your attention is scattered into past and future, your seeds never take root. But when your attention is fully planted in the now, your intentions grow, your visions take shape, and your actions carry weight. Presence transforms empty wishing into powerful creating. This is why so many people feel stuck. They say they want change, but their mind is stuck in yesterday. They say they want growth, but their energy is trapped in worry about tomorrow. And so, their present is stolen. They miss the only moment they ever had the power to create. But here's the truth: the moment you step into presence, you step into freedom. You are no longer bound by the story of who you were. You are no longer paralyzed by the fear of who you might become. You are simply here, aware, alive, and ready to choose. And in that state, you can design your reality. Presence unlocks clarity. When your mind stops racing, when your emotions stop pulling you in every direction, when your body is calm and centered, you can hear the quiet voice within you. That voice knows the truth. That voice knows what you are capable of. That voice is not noise, it is wisdom. And you can only hear it when you are present. Presence also unlocks creativity. Think about the greatest artists, inventors, and thinkers. Their breakthroughs did not happen while they were lost in distraction. They happened in moments of pure presence, when they were so absorbed in the now that time itself seemed to disappear. That is when new ideas are born. That is when inspiration flows. That is when creation happens. Presence even transforms your relationships. When you are truly present with someone, you are not half listening while your mind drifts elsewhere. You are fully there, with your attention, your energy, your being. And people feel it. Presence is the greatest gift you can give because it communicates you matter. This moment matters. But the most important relationship presence transforms is the one you have with yourself. In presence, You stop running. You stop hiding. You stop avoiding. You face yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, your truth. And in that honest space, you discover that you are not your past, not your fears, not your distractions. You are something greater. You are awareness itself. And from that awareness, you can choose who you want to become. So how do you step into presence? You practice. You train your mind to return to the now again and again. Maybe through meditation, maybe through breathing. Maybe through simply noticing the air on your skin, the rhythm of your heartbeat, the stillness in the room. Every time your mind drifts, gently bring it back. Over time, this practice rewires your brain. It teaches you coherence. It teaches you clarity. It teaches you creation. The more present you are, the more alive you feel. The more alive you feel, the more energy you have. And the more energy you have, the more power you possess to transform your life. This is not philosophy, it is reality. Presence gathers your energy, and gathered energy creates change. So today, choose to step out of the noise of your mind and into the stillness of now. Let go of yesterday. It is gone. Release tomorrow. It does not yet exist. Breathe into this moment, because this moment is all you have, and this moment is more than enough. Remember, the past cannot create your future. The future cannot create your future. Only presence can. And when you live in presence, you live in creation. Because presence is not just awareness, it is power. It is the key to transformation. It is the doorway to becoming the highest version of yourself. And once you unlock presence, you unlock creation. Imagine for a moment that you wake up tomorrow and someone deposits $1 million into your bank account. How would you treat it? You would guard it, protect it, and spend it wisely. You would not allow just anyone to take from it. You would not waste it on meaningless things. You would use it in ways that bring you value, growth, and freedom. Now, here is the truth: your energy is more valuable than money. Money can be regained if lost, but energy once wasted is gone forever. Your attention, your focus, your mental and emotional energy. These are the real treasures of your life. Yet most people give them away casually, carelessly, and unconsciously. They allow distractions, negativity, and noise to drain them day after day until nothing is left for what truly matters. Guard your energy like treasure, because it is treasure. Every day you are given a certain amount of energy, like a daily deposit. How you spend it determines the quality of your life. If you spend it on fear, worry, comparison, or distraction, you deplete yourself. But if you invest it in growth, vision, learning, and presence, you expand yourself. Think about how often people say, "I don't have the energy." They want to work on their dreams but feel too tired. They want to improve their health but feel too drained. They want to grow, to evolve, to transform, but they have nothing left to give. And the question is not, do they lack energy? The real question is, where did their energy go? It went into arguments that didn't matter. It went into scrolling that brought no value. It went into worrying about things outside of their control. It went into replaying the same negative stories of the past. And so, day after day, their treasure was stolen. Not by others, but by the unconscious choices they made with their focus. But here's the empowering truth: can reclaim your treasure. You can choose to guard your energy, to direct it wisely, to invest it intentionally. You can learn to stop leaking energy into distractions and begin pouring it into your growth. When you make this shift, everything changes. Your clarity sharpens, your discipline strengthens, your creativity awakens, and your vision expands. Guarding your energy does not mean shutting yourself off from the world. It means becoming conscious of what deserves your attention and what doesn't. It means asking yourself, does this thought feed my vision or drain it? Does this environment empower me or weaken me? Do these conversations lift me higher or pull me lower? Each choice you make is a deposit or a withdrawal from your energy account. And just like money, if you waste your energy on small, meaningless expenses, you will have nothing left for the investments that matter. But when you manage your energy like treasure, you always have the resources to create, to grow, to build, to live fully. Think about the greatest creators, leaders, and visionaries in history. They did not have more hours in a day than you. They had the same 24 hours. The difference is that they guarded their energy. They refused to spend it on trivial things. They refused to let distractions steal their focus. They understood that their energy was sacred, and they treated it that way. That's why their work changed the world. The same principle applies to you. If you want to transform your life, you must treat your energy as sacred. Stop spending it on arguments. Stop wasting it on doubt. Stop handing it over to distractions. Instead, invest it into learning, growing, creating, and building the life you desire. Here's the beautiful truth: energy grows when you invest it wisely. Just like money, smart investments compound. When you invest your energy into health, your vitality increases. When you invest your energy into gratitude, your joy expands. When you invest your energy into purpose, your fulfillment multiplies. Each wise choice creates more energy, more clarity, more life. But when you give your energy to negativity, it doesn't just disappear, it multiplies too. Negativity expands, doubt expands, fear expands. That's why guarding your energy is not optional, it is essential. So how do you guard your energy like treasure? You start by becoming conscious. You begin noticing where your energy goes. You set boundaries with people and environments that drain you. You discipline your mind to return to your vision when distractions try to steal it. You practice presence, gratitude, and intention, because these practices strengthen your energy field and keep you aligned with your highest self. And most importantly, you remember that your energy is not infinite. Every day is a fresh deposit, but once it's gone, it's gone. That means each moment is precious. Each choice matters. Each distraction you eliminate, each negative thought you refuse, each habit you release, all of it protects your treasure. The truth is this: you cannot build a life of greatness with a bankrupt energy account. You cannot create your future if your energy is constantly stolen by the present noise. Guard your energy and you guard your future. Protect your focus and you protect your destiny. So today, make a commitment. Treat your energy with the respect it deserves. Guard it from distractions. Guard it from negativity. Guard it from waste. Because when you protect your energy, you reclaim your power. And when you reclaim your power, there is no limit to what you can create. Remember, your energy is the most valuable treasure you own. Spend it with wisdom. Invest it with intention. Protect it with strength. Because the moment you guard your energy like treasure, you discover the greatest truth of all. You are not powerless. You are powerful. And with guarded, focused, and directed energy, you can build a life beyond your imagination. In today's world, distraction is everywhere. Notifications, endless scrolling, noise from society, and the constant demand for attention pull us in every direction. Most people live fragmented lives, not because they lack potential, but because they lack focus. Their energy is scattered, their attention is divided, and their dreams remain unbuilt. But here's the profound truth: focus is the bridge between who you are and who you can become. Focus is not just about concentration. It is about alignment. It is about directing your energy, your thoughts, and your actions toward a single vision until that vision becomes reality. Focus is the spiritual discipline of choosing what matters most and letting go of everything else. Think of sunlight. When it spreads across the ground, it warms gently, but when you concentrate it through a magnifying glass, it creates fire. That is the power of focus. Your mind works the same way. Scattered thoughts create mild energy. Focused thoughts create transformation. The truth is, your highest self, the version of you filled with clarity, discipline, purpose, and power, cannot be built on distraction. It is built through focus. Every time you return your attention to your vision instead of your fears, you strengthen your highest self. Every time you choose presence instead of distraction, you rise higher. Every time you say no to what drains you and yes to what builds you, you carve the path toward your destiny. But why is focus so difficult? Because the modern world is designed to steal it. Every advertisement, every notification, every platform is designed to capture your attention and sell it. Your focus is not free. It is currency. And if you don't learn to direct it, the world will. That's why reclaiming your focus is one of the most powerful acts of self-mastery. When you control your focus, you control your destiny. When you discipline your attention, you become the architect of your life. Focus is not about perfection. It is about practice. It's about choosing moment after moment to bring your awareness back to what matters most. At first, your mind will wander. It will resist discipline. It will want comfort, distraction, or escape. But like a muscle, the more you train it, the stronger it becomes. And as your focus grows, so does your power. You start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. You start creating results while others are still making excuses. You start becoming intentional, deliberate, and unshakable. Here's the deeper truth. Focus is not just a tool for productivity. It is a spiritual path. When you focus, you bring your scattered energy back into alignment. You stop living in the chaos of the external world and return to the order of your inner world. You reconnect with vision, intention, and presence. In this alignment, you awaken your highest self, the version of you that is disciplined, clear, and powerful beyond measure. Think about the great achievers, creators, and leaders in history. They did not build extraordinary lives by accident. They built them through relentless focus. They cut out distractions. They aligned themselves with their vision. They refused to waste time on what did not serve them. And because of that, their lives became an expression of greatness. The same power lives inside you. Your highest self is waiting for you to focus. Your greatest potential is waiting for you to remove the noise and tune into the signal. Every time you choose focus, you are choosing to build yourself into the person capable of holding your dreams. But here's the beautiful paradox. When you focus on building yourself, the results come naturally. Most people focus on outcomes. They want success, money, recognition. But the truth is, outcomes are a byproduct. The real work is building your highest self, the version of you with the discipline to show up, the courage to keep going, and the clarity to stay aligned. When you focus on becoming that person, the outcomes take care of themselves. So, how do you begin building your highest self through focus? First, define your vision clearly. You cannot focus on what you cannot see. Write it down. Speak it out. Picture it daily. The clearer your vision, the easier it is to return your focus when distractions come. Second, create rituals that anchor your attention. Meditation, journaling, visualization, and intentional silence are not luxuries. They are tools for mastery. They train your mind to return to stillness, to clarity, to presence. Third, set boundaries. Protect your environment from distraction. Guard your time as sacred. Say no to what doesn't align with your vision. Remember, every yes to distraction is a no to your destiny. Fourth, practice presence. Focus is not just about the future. It is about fully inhabiting the moment you are in. When you work, be fully in the work. When you rest, be fully in the rest. When you love, be fully in the love. Presence is focus applied to life itself, and it is the foundation of peace. Finally, remember that focus builds over time. You will not master it in a day, but with each choice, each redirection, each conscious decision, you are building a stronger version of yourself. You are forging your highest self, not through distraction, but through discipline. Focus is the fire that burns away doubt. Focus is the anchor that keeps you steady in chaos. Focus is the ladder that takes you from potential to power. And when you learn to master it, you don't just build goals, you build yourself. So today, make the decision. Stop scattering your energy. Choose focus. Direct it toward your vision. Protect it from noise. Honor it as sacred. Because every moment you focus, you are not just working on a task, you are building your highest self. And when you build your highest self, you unlock the ultimate truth. You don't just create success, you become success.